riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Jackson on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
11 MT. He's coming in. Hey, alert 3.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Mixon running right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, Jackson gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. From the gun, a run with Cannon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Cannon looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Counter. Cannon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Big hold to the 30. There he goes, left side. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Second and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, this was 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
12. Let's get out the field, D. Let's get out the field.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon, very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the pt. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tylan Wallace with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. To throw is Jackson. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run the counter with Murray. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. An option handoff here to Mixon.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
11 MT, Kate.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver,
but it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now for these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Michael Gallup. His 9th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That goes out wide to Murray. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson will throw again. Out to his left. Got him in. It's Brown.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow on play action.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing Hundley. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Odafe Owe.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go with Murray again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Yep. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
11 mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
11. Let's go.
Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or take.
Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Mixon with a first down carry. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what